guys!
Welcome to our channel.
So after the very sucky 2020, we decided to do slower, higher quality focused travel,
So join us as we travel the wonderful state of Oaxaca
which is in Mexico.
in Mexico.
What's up guys? Today we wanted to share with you some very interesting things we found about Oaxaca, as well as some things we really like, but we'll also share some things we didn't like. So we are here in a kind of a noisy coffee shop, but our view is pretty nice.
There you go.
Yeah. So let's start with the things we find interesting or are kind of pretty cool. As soon as we arrived in Oaxaca, at Oaxaca airport, we went to pick up our luggage at baggage claim, and what we really liked is that there was a guy standing at our luggage to make sure that we are the people who that luggage belongs to. So that takes away the possibility of someone stealing your luggage or it being misplaced, because he checked our tickets and he checked our names and then gave us our luggage, which I really, really liked.
And then plus the fact that when we brought our pet, Pilu, they didn't give us a hard time. Like a lot of people were saying that they would give us a hard time because we're bringing a pet. The only thing is we just had to give them information where we were staying. And then after that, after a couple minutes, they came back, gave us the thing, and we were on our way. So
I had to show them the health certificate. Like they took the health certificate, made a copy, and then we were free to go with Pilu. It was so seamless.
we noticed that there's
That's a lot of babies.
a lot of babies. A lot of bakeries and coffee shops all over the place. Literally, like on every block, you'll be able to find some really good pastries and really good coffee. We really have stopped in maybe 10 coffee shops, and we have not been disappointed with any of them.
Yeah, so if you have a sweet tooth, this place is a haven for you. Because I have a sweet tooth. And the good thing about those coffee shops we realize is that none of the things are as sweet as we find in the US. Like even this hot chocolate that you got was not very sweet. We really like that as well.
Yeah. Much better taste, more natural taste.
So another thing you need to know about Oaxaca, especially if you come in the winter, is that mornings will be cold, but afternoons can have like piercing sun.
Oh yeah.
So like if you are out exploring all day, carry a jacket, but you'll probably have to take it off by afternoon.
So one cool little feature that I love about this place is the cool little shops that are everywhere. I mean, they have little miscellaneous shops, they have mechanics, just every corner, cell phones, just anything that you could think of.
Tailors. I mean, there's literally, as he said, shops called miscellaneous shops. Like you can find all kinds of knickknacks. If you can't find it in a general store, you go to a miscellaneous shop and you'll find it.
Cool feature too is like they're really hard on the COVID, trying to keep it down. So the way they're doing that is they'll have temperature readers right at the door, and then they have sanitizer for every person that walks in. And not only that, but they also have little foot pads that you kind of step into, and then you dry your feet off with sanitizer in it.
Yeah, there's sanitizer at the bottom of the footpad, so you kind of wipe your feet on that and then dry your feet on another mat. In fact, this is not just in stores, we also saw this in bars. So as you enter, there's a small machine, you kind of put your hand there, it reads your temperature, there's a hand sanitizer beside it, and everybody's wearing masks. The only people we didn't see wearing masks were foreigners, which was
Very
interesting.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show you that they're hitting hard on the COVID thing.
Yeah.
And they really do care. I mean, the most ironic thing was when we were driving to Mitla, and we had to pull over the car and get out, and they sprayed our car with sanitizer and then sprayed us and then put sanitizer in our hands. Yeah, we got a little mist of sanitizer, and it was nice. It was kind of refreshing.
I mean, we were worried when we were coming here how safe it would be, like in terms of COVID, but this is more precautions than I've seen anywhere else. If you go to museums, they limit the number of people that can get into the museum. So if there's more than, I think, 7 people, then you have to wait outside the museum to get in because they keep an occupancy limit.
One cool thing I love about Oaxaca is you just be in the middle of the street.
Welcome to Oaxaca!
Yeah, and then you come across this. Someone just got married.
Thing that we love about Oaxaca is even beyond the Day of the Dead, there's always some celebrations going on. Sometimes you don't even know, like this was a wedding, but there's always something.
Yeah.
And I asked one of my local friends how often does he go to celebrations, and he's like at least twice a month. So that's the lifestyle. It goes even beyond the Day of the Dead.
See, the funny thing is we've been here for like 2 months and we've been in maybe 3 celebrations already.
Randomly.
Yeah, just showing up.
Because now we're seated outside Santo Domingo. You see, it's pretty beautiful, and we finally found some shade. But we wanted to talk about another good point of being in Oaxaca, which is
the gyms. So there's one thing that they're not shortage of is the gyms that they have around this area. They are pretty much down every street. So they range from, I think the first place we paid, it was $25 per person. Then we looked at another one and it was like $50 a person. So it's by means, you know, how much you want to pay for depending on how well quality of the gym is.
There was one we went to where you needed a card to get in, and that was $75 a month.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that good either. Like it didn't deserve $75. So if you know, there's no shortage of gyms around the area. Depending on where you pick your Airbnb, if gyms are very important to you, just do some research before you pick the Airbnb. But there's a bunch of them. And many a times what I found is, like when I was researching a gym, I looked at the reviews and you can actually find the prices on there. So if you're a foreigner and you don't want to, you know, be overcharged, then I'm not saying that they do it, but someone might, I don't know, then that's a good place to try and see what the prices are.
Yeah, and this, you know, we made the mistake as soon as we got here, we signed up for a gym, and then there was literally a gym right next to our Airbnb. So make sure you
Which
do
was
your
much
research.
better.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was almost the same price.
It was cheaper.
It was cheaper, yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So do your research. Don't just go by reviews. Go check it out. Take your time. Take 2 days, but make sure you get into a good gym.
Yep.
Another thing is, speaking of Airbnbs, we found our Airbnbs to be very eco-friendly or one with nature. There were always so many plants, even trees inside the walkways. There were plants inside, outside, on the terrace. This is amazing, by the way. I want to walk around like that, you know. But anyways, where was I?
You're not distracted.
There's a lot of plants all the time. It's very refreshing because it's very one with nature. The other thing we also saw in most Airbnbs is that they're very good at recycling. And another thing is, it's not uncommon to not have hot water or air conditioning. That's also another aspect of being one with nature. I know it's a deal breaker for some people, but I really like it.
Most of the time they'll have fans, so you kind of get used to the weather after a bit. The Airbnbs are so cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, you can pay anywhere from $200 to $500.
And even more, but you know.
Yeah, but for a pleasant one, you know.
For a good one with kitchen, internet, you know, shower, this and that. The other thing which was a big deal for me was pet-friendly Airbnbs, and I could find so many options, unlike certain places. Like I was looking at Airbnbs in the Virgin Islands. Virgin Islands are not pet-friendly, you know. So certain places are tough, but here I had so many options. So that's another good thing with the Airbnbs here.